Hi everyone, on this episode of Team Jellybean, we've invited Mind Print Philippines into our home so that we can learn more about the differences between innate intellect and intelligence. All of our kids are going to go through this mind print evaluation where they take our fingerprints and then they give us a really good idea of how it is that we learn, how it is that we think, how it is that we process, which will not only help me and Nino be better parents to each of the children, it will even enrich our relationships as well because we will know how to better communicate with one another. Let's sit down with Serene and see what we have to do to begin this evaluation. So we're sitting down at the table with Serene Warren from Mind Print Philippines, and while Jelly and I have both got our evaluations in 2014, I just want to know, quick refresher, what should the kids expect to do now?
Okay. Well, the first thing they have to do is just relax. While they sit on this chair, I take a scan of each finger 3 times, and that's pretty much the process of scanning the fingerprints.
Okay, and that's all they have to do?
That's all they have to do.
Easy peasy, super easy. Okay, we'll call them in one by one. Let's start with Nino.
It's just like taking your, when you program your phone. It takes the imprint on your finger for the security on the older iPhones, iPhone 8 and below. And don't worry guys, this thing is not hooked up to any like FBI database or anything. So if you're hiding in the Philippines, they're not gonna find you.
Will it be effective if I'm like stressed?
As long as your fingerprints are intact, like if you didn't burn yourself recently or cut yourself, you don't have to do much.
I'm burned on the inside.
Now we have finished Gia, Miguel, Diego, they've done their fingerprints, and Nino as well. For our viewers, or for who's watching out there, why would it be good or beneficial for someone to go through this type of evaluation where we can figure out the innate intellect? Let's say for someone like Miguel, who's going to be applying to college next year.
Okay, so somebody like Miguel, it will help them understand the career choices and the courses to take for those career choices. Because you don't want to put undue pressure on your child and put them into a course that is not innately suitable for them. Rather focus on areas that maybe the person is much better innately comfortable at.
So this is really curious for me because when Jelly and I had our innate intellect evaluation done, Jelly was so young that I actually forgot about it for a while. And when I look back at it, now that she's 6, all of those characteristics and everything that the evaluation said was like going off in lights. Jelly's the boss. She's, she likes to lead. She resists authority. Like all these different things. I thought it was so amazing to see, from back then. She was less than 2, I think, when we did it. So I find it really amazing. Now I know, as a mom, my kids all have strengths. I think I know them. So I'm really curious to see after the evaluation, where I think their strengths will be.
Okay, so if I can just interject there.
Yeah.
Now, you know that, but does a teacher know that?
So this is perfect for like setting the stage for the beginning of the year, especially for someone like Jelly. Being that she has Down syndrome, every beginning of the year, we have an individualized education plan meeting. We bring everybody to the table to the teachers and we say, this is where Jelly is now, and this is where we want her to be by the end of the next 3 months. If we have even the type of learner that she is, or that, either any of my kids, it makes it so much easier than for the teacher to be able to teach to that child's needs, or at least make adjustments.
And now that all of you in the family have done it, you'll understand the dynamic between each of you as well, because everyone is a different learner and different personalities, which we are also going to be able to tell you from this.
Right, so it's better for family relationships? Who's all for that? Usually the whole process takes how many days now after we've captured?
So it takes about 3 days for the processing, then a couple of days to print it and get it across to you.
Okay, so about a week.
Yeah.
All right, so we will come back with Kai. We'll see you in about a week's time. So this wraps up this episode of Team Jelly Bean, and I have to say that I'm so excited to be able to take all of this information that I have now armed myself in terms of how I can parent each of my children better, relate to them, encourage them in their innate intellects. I definitely see the value in this and would recommend, because, you know, sometimes you assume that your kids would be a certain way simply because they both have the same parent, but just seeing their personalities definitely has given us a huge tool in being able to be better parents and even better people. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to apply what we have learned and to move forward. So
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
hi, come on in.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I'm Michelle. Come on in, Serene. Let's go, babe. Okay, Serene is here. We're coming in. Jump. All right. Hi, I'm Michelle.
All the time. Okay, now I thought it was so